Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, it is a controversial proposal to increase Woonsocket's graduation rate. It is now becoming a step. Did I even graduate? Honestly. All right, a step closer to becoming a reality. Listen to this. Woonsocket school officials want to lower the passing mark from 70 to 60. They also want students to complete only 20 courses instead of 26. And according to officials, the proposal would put them more in line with what other schools apparently already do. But many parents say they're disappointed with the new plan.
We're trying to have our kids study for the tests and kneecaps, get good grades, and they see the grades, lowering of the grades as in, oh, we don't have to try as hard.
All right, and this new system would also allow the high school to change from 7 periods to 6, which would save the education department nearly $800,000. The proposal could be given final passage at the next school committee meeting.
This
is horrendous.
The key ingredient, you just heard it right there in your last sentence.
Yep.
The proposal is designed to save the school whatever $800,000.
And it is the most absurd thing I have ever heard of. Lowering standards at this time is insane.
In my mind, this is a total cop-out for any kid.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we're slacking and we don't have the best graduation rates. So instead of you know, coming to our level, we're going to go down and just kind of dumb things down and say, no, you know what, 60 is fine. 60 as a passing grade, that is ridiculous, and that is so unfair to the students who bust their their bottoms, you know, day in and day out to get those grades, to make it there, you know, to excel. And now you're taking these, you know, maybe slackers or whatever you want to call them, you know, people who are struggling or maybe don't even care, and you're just like, okay, you know, free ride.
What we're saying that 40% of the time you can be wrong. That's what that's saying. 60 is passing, so 40% of the time
and
you can get
just
you can
allows room to slack.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Both of you breathe for a minute.
You don't think it's a good idea?
Both of you breathe for a minute. Speaking from someone who got a lot of 60s when he was in high school.
You would have liked it.
No, I'm saying that it made me work harder.
Because
I struggled. I've joked about this, and I joked about I got 880 on my SATs, and I went to college, and it was St. Anselm College. We called it St. C's because it's so all that stuff. I was not a great student. My mom and dad are cringing at home watching right now, but they know it. It was always Patrick. He's very smart, but he just doesn't apply himself.
Doesn't apply himself.
That was the key word. He doesn't apply himself. And of course, I wish I did better in school because I know I could have. But you're right.
But you face the consequences if you're not doing well. You either stay back or you have to repeat a course or something like that, and those are the consequences.
I had to go to Spanish school, Spanish summer school for every year of college. Every year I had to go back to college for the summer to take Spanish again. My father's can you speak Spanish? Like we joke about it now. You took like 8 years of Spanish. I can't even say hello, how are you?
How about parents holding their kids accountable? I got a D, okay, one time in math in 6th grade. One time. And I never got one again. You know why? Because the whole summer my father made me do math homework every night. It was fractions. I will never forget it.
Gosh.
Every night he would come home from work. It'd be blazing hot outside. Everybody would be going to the lake. I would be home doing my math homework because my parents held me accountable for my almost failure in math.
And you should be held accountable because it's your own fault for not studying or not doing whatever. I mean, I understand, you know, some kids slip sometimes or you forget whatever. You don't do well on as many tests, but you need to face the consequences. And I know some of these students at the Woonsocket school are now, they're saying dropping out or whatever. That's their own personal choice. They're pretty much giving up. If they're dropping out, they're giving up. So that's their own choice. You know, we shouldn't be lowering our standards in order to just help these kids
What's going to happen when they go to work? What are their employers going to
lower
when they
either go to work or when they go to college?
Down and down?
I mean, it's a totally different ball game.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again as we send it over to Courtney, that there's part of this generation now that's younger than us that has no fear of consequence. For some reason, they just don't worry about what might happen if they don't try, or they think that things will be given to them, or everything just comes so easily now in this day and age of technology and the high-speed internet and having everything accessible on your phone. So, I mean, I am concerned. I mean, I've had interns roll in here when I was doing sports being like, are you kidding me right now with you? You think that it's this easy and you're going to get by, and then they don't last. Even at an internship, never mind a school or a paid position, Courtney. So I'm wondering what our bloggers think about this topic this morning.
Yeah, I haven't found anybody yet who thinks that this proposal should go through and that they should change the grade. So we'll hear from everyone starting on the live blog. Lots of comments on Facebook. I do want to get to that. So let's start on foxprovidence.com. Joe says, I think the passing grade should remain at 70. Lowering the passing grade to 60 would send a very negative message to the students and would not help the education of a child. Smoky Wolf says, no, they shouldn't. She said, my son had to struggle in high school and almost didn't make it. It was a long, hard road, but but he did it, and I think these kids can too. And Jean says, I'm not sure about this. Will lowering the standard produce the quality students who will be able to make the right decisions in the future? So let's head to our poll right underneath the live blog, and we're asking, do you think the passing grade should be lowered? A, yes, it'll help more students graduate. B, no, it sends students a bad message. And we also have that story behind today's buzz if you want to read it and catch up with us this morning. On Facebook, our first comment was from Kristen Raposa. She said, why would schools do that? Don't they want children to excel and get good grades, not just barely passing? Very sad, she added. And Christine Neves says, no, 60 is way too low for a passing grade. What is that going to teach the kids that passing at 60 makes you smart? She said, please. And then our last comment was just from Patricia Fargley, and she said, I think it's great for that children can't deal with school, at least they're in there, or for those that can't or don't want to go to college. So you can weigh in our poll, and we'll have those results for you at the end of the show.